All right. TNTMTheShow presents Comicast 336 with your hosts,
Pablo Gunner.
And I'm JD, and we are Talk Nerdy to me, and we are here to talk nerdy to you about the comics for the week of...
This week.
Yeah, this week.
May 2nd.
Yesterday's comics.
It's gonna be May. Right? That's everybody throws those out there, those memes. And you're like, come on.
And then Justin Timberlake's, man, I hate May.
Yeah. He does. I bet he does hate May because he's like, oh my God.
I'm going to see my face all over the internet for like a month.
Yeah. So
yeah, we're here to review the comics for this week, for yesterday. Again, May 2nd. We're going to talk a little nerdy first so we can get some stuff out of the way. And then we're going to get into our comics and grading scales and all that fun stuff, which you guys should know this by now. Come on. Come on. Don't waste our time. Anyway, we finally got all our heads pulled out of our butts, and we have the information for the games for PSN and Xbox Game of Gold. The PSN, PS4 games are the Beyond Two Souls and Rayman Legends. And again, screw everything
there's
else.
more. There's other ones.
Screw everything else.
Don't you say that.
Don't. I don't know. There's some pretty good Vita games you can play on the PS4. And
I didn't even get last month's because I just was like, whatever.
I did them all. I used to go through my app and just get them all anyway. I don't even play my Vita that much, and yeah, I still get it. So
Xbox Gold games, we have Mega Baseball 2, and that's May 1st through 31st. That's on Xbox One. Then Phantom Pain, Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain, May 16th through June 15th. That's Xbox One. Then Streets of Rage, May 1st through 15th, which you can play on 360 or Xbox One. And then Vanquish, May 16th through 31st. Streets of Rage, one of the greatest games ever,
absolutely.
Right? Like 2D side scrollers.
Beat 'em up.
Best. So amazing. Great story.
Was it Capcom
great
or was it
visuals.
Konami? I can't remember. I want to say it was Capcom.
It's Sega.
Oh, it's Sega. Wow.
I don't know. It just say Sega Vintage. I don't know. It's probably one of those. I heard Vanquish is really good too. I heard Vanquish is a really solid.
Xbox is a few months behind on that Phantom Pain because I got it.
Yeah, that's true.
I got it for PS4 for like 4 months ago. I mean, and I've had Ground Zeroes like almost a year before that.
Yeah, I bought it on PS3 a while back when it came out aroundish. So, but yeah, that's still a really solid lineup. Yeah. I think they're kind of kicking the teeth of PlayStation right now because PlayStation didn't they drop Vita games or something like that?
No.
Or didn't they drop they dropped PS3 games, right?
Nope.
Or what did they drop? They dropped something, didn't they?
That'll be later this year.
That's later. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But I still think they're taking advantage and stepping their game up, which they should have
done months ago.
Time. Yeah. So yeah, Rayman Legends though, that'll be sweet.
It's 4 players from my understanding.
And then what was the other one you said?
Beyond Two Souls.
Beyond Two Souls. Yes, I heard.
I've heard
good things. So
again, my wife and I, we used the app to play it back on PS3, and we had the metal box, and yeah, it was really weird.
Is that the one with
Ellen Page?
Ellen Page. Okay, cool. Right on.
Yeah, and if you haven't noticed, we've been kind of shying away from Infinity War spoilers, and we're not really gonna do anything like that right now.
We'll probably do a spoiler cast at some point.
It'll probably be specifically for Infinity War.
Not yet.
Nothing else. We want to give you guys enough time to enjoy it because
let it soak in. It's still like it still hits me from day to day where I just go like.
Again, I've seen it 4 times,
and I've read the graphic novel, and I know what's supposed to happen. I still go like, why? And I'm like, it sucks that we have to wait a year for it, right?
But we only have to wait a few months for AntMan and the Wasp.
AntMan and the Wasp. Yes, that trailer came out, and that looks fun. Here's the thing though that always screws me up is that I feel like
the timelines.
Yes, is that Ant-Man. You could tell that Ant-Man should have been in phase 1, that it was supposed to be put out during phase, wasn't it phase 1?
Nope.
Or phase 2?
Yeah, it's phase 3.
Because it actually came out in phase 3, right?
It was the end of phase 2.
Okay, but you could tell that when that movie came out, it was supposed to come out sooner. Yeah. Like just the time-wise and the way that like the origin story thing, like it just felt like it should have been earlier. It should have
been before in Ultron.
And I think it was pushed back because they lost their director and stuff. But
this one should have been released
before Civil War. I mean, Infinity War. It should have been. Yeah, it should have been.
That's the way I felt. Is that you could have waited for Infinity War until July and made a big summer thing.
Right.
But I mean, it's gonna make bank the entire summer anyway. So
Yeah, that's true.
Black Panther comes out on DVD.
Oh, I know. I saw that and I was like, no way already.
Couple weeks.
So I was not really that excited. I downloaded the soundtrack because my brother was like, oh, yeah.
Kendrick Lamar.
He was like, oh, this is like fire. The kids say he's like, it is like hot fire or something. So I'm like, all right, I'll check it out. Spit hot fire. Like Kirby, I think, right? They're playing these Kirby games and he says that. So I checked it out, and at first I was like not that impressed.
You got to hear it with some bass.
And then I listened to it more and more, and it just grew on me. And I was like, okay, this is a really good album. This ended up being a really solid album. So
you listen to it with some bass, you'll be even more impressed.
Has some power.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm slowly getting caught up on Legion.
Oh yeah,
and it is so good.
It's so phenomenal.
So good. It is just so brilliant and mind blowing, and I love the styles and the timeline that they're going with. It's kind of
Noah
like
Hawley is just
70s.
an amazing producer, writer,
brilliant.
Director. I mean, and then the directors for it are like random people from like I don't know, American Horror Story, Twin Peaks. I mean, there's a whole lot of different directors,
and the actors are killing it too.
Oh yeah,
like,
Dan
all
Stevens,
the actors.
Gene Smart. The guy playing Amal Farouk is just Aubrey Plaza is just amazing.
Aubrey
like
Plaza
always.
is just like she's so I don't know because she's like I'm like she's hot but not like hot and like I don't know like she is.
She's
like,
hot, but she's like attainable hot.
No, it's not even that. It's just like I'm like I don't know what it's just weird. It's a weird attraction.
I don't know.
Is what it is.
I like her. I think it's pretty good.
So
have you got the latest episode?
No.
Okay.
I think I've only been on the second. I think I'm only on the second episode right now.
I'm not gonna
Black
spoil
Lightning's been really great too.
I'm gonna catch that.
That's
summer.
already out. No, it's out.
It's done.
You can catch it up on Netflix. It's out on Netflix now.
So
I'm kind of doing this thing where like I'll watch it on Netflix when I can, and then I'll watch it at home when I can, so I can just knock it out as soon as possible.
See, I have like 3 series I need to catch up on in the summer after all the CW shows are. I need to check out Black Lightning. I want to check out The Runaways, and I'm definitely going to be watching Cloak and Dagger.
I'm behind on, that's one I want to check out.
I really want to check out Cloak and Dagger.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm behind on, but it's weird the way
There's
they
3
do it.
episodes left.
It's weird the way that they do it. So does that one go on Netflix once it's done?
It would go on Hulu.
Because it's on Hulu, but they only do episode by episode, and then they expire after so many.
It'll be on Hulu.
And so I'm behind.
And then it may go on Netflix like in a couple
months. The full season will go on Hulu once it's done?
I'm not sure about that.
Because, like I said, it does it episode by episode, but they expire.
Yeah.
So I don't like that system.
It's pretty good. I think they're taking a break this week. I'm not sure because they did a partial Infinity War tie-in last week. It was only one line done by Jake Busey. But, you know.
All right.
I mean, come on, it's Jake Busey. Come on now. Jake Busey. So anyway, anything else going on? Anything else? Other than your rants about how Venom is going to suck?
Yeah. Venom is going to suck.
Yeah. How about somebody start a dialogue with this guy? And
no, somebody did on the Facebook page.
I saw
they
that.
were arguing with me about why would you want it to fail and stuff. And
to benefit Marvel?
And I'm like, because if they fail, then Sony will give up. And
they'll not
give
make
all the rights back.
The Silver and Black movie.
Yeah.
Because that's going to be horrible.
That's going to be stupid.
There's no way that can succeed whatsoever.
So dumb.
Yeah. Anyway.
But yeah, anyways. You ready to get back to books?
So let's talk about some comics. We have our own grading scale here with buy, skim, and pass.
With variations of strong buy and weak buy, and then pass is just pass. And then we have other terms.
We have our contenders for the runner-up and our best book of the week, the B-Bow, the back and bag of the week, where we take one of those nice pristine things that he's got on the wall, you know, the board and the
bag
plastic.
Board, yeah,
and we put it in there, and we still got to get around to this, you know.
Yeah, it's a mess.
Yeah,
I was getting my life together, and then
life happened,
and then it fell apart. Yeah.
So come up with a plan, execute the plan. Plan goes to hell. Throw away the plan and make a new plan.
So maybe if you let me make the plan, it might be good.
Yeah. Well, you made the plan last time. It's time for me to make the plan.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So we set the timer 2 minutes for 2 of us, 1 minute for one of us.
And there'll be a couple of books this week where we just don't set a timer because, well, I'm going to keep it quick because, man, there's just one issue of a book that was 83 pages for me. And I don't want to take up like 5 minutes talking about it when I can just go, you know, not like Lilu Dallas. Yeah.
And we're doing really good. We're doing really good on stuff. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
So, ready?
Ready? Let's start it up.
Let's get this party started.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
So I'm actually going to start with the book that came out last week, but I missed it for whatever reason. It's Spider-Gwen number 31. And essentially, Jason Latour writing, Robbie Rodriguez artist, Rico Renzi color artist, Clayton Cowles letter. And so this one kind of jumps all over the place, though. We have a beat-up Cap, which is Falcon, the Falcon chick. You know, like it's a female version of Falcon, Samantha Wilson, I think, but she's Cap, right?
Okay.
Instead, and so she has a chat with Murdoch and stuff,
Kingpin.
and is like, "Hey, you're going down," and then I don't know, it's just weird. So then they I don't know, Gwen and Gwen go to a different version, Tony Stark, and ask him for help for like a dimensional thing.
Is that Tony or is that Howard?
No, it is Tony Stark.
Jeez.
And so it's I told you, it's an alternate dimension. It was funny though, because when they both showed up and he's like, "Hey, I mean, I'm lucky, but I'm not this lucky to get twin sisters, you know." So, but and they're like,
Tony. That's totally Tony.
Yep. But so yeah, they go through this portal, which happens to be on the bridge. Well, I mean, like the bridge is where the crack is or whatever, right? Because and then yeah.
And then stuff happens.
Yeah, it's just this book's all over the place. It's kind of a mess.
It's like tripping acid on shrooms with a little bit of angel. You know, it's just messing with you guys.
Sure. I mean, visually, it is like that pretty much.
Visually.
It's kind of like that.
It's totally general. Jack Kirby inspired.
So, yeah.
So what's your grade for it, buddy?
It's a buy.
It's a buy?
It's a buy.
Yeah, like you're reluctant to say that.
It's a buy.
It's a buy.
It looks great, but it's a mess.
It's
and it's all over
as
the
hell.
place. So, no, it works, but it's just, yeah, it jumps all over the place and it's a little convoluted. So,
yeah.
It's a buy.
Well, how about you give him a digital code?
Fine. I'll give the digital code.
Yeah.
F for Falcon, C for Chameleon, M for Mason, H for Hotel, J for James, W for Wilson, B for blank, J for Jameson, 6, P for Pietro, 3, 5.
Okay. All right, now let's start with some this week's books. We got Avengers number 1, and not that new no surrender stuff. You know, him and I ain't gonna touch that crap.
Thank God that's over.
We ain't gonna touch that crap. We got something better. So Avengers number 1.
It's Avengers It's the Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes number 1. It is $4.99. Jason Aaron writing, and McGinnis as the penciler, I want to say.
Mark Morales.
Mark Morales is inker, and then David Curiel as colors.
And Core Petit is the letterer.
So, wow, this has been a long time coming, right?
Oh, man, I've been waiting for this thing ever since Legacy.
Which is ever since Legacy, because we have this team here, which
Odin?
is the original Avengers pretty much, but they don't really call themselves the Avengers, but that's what they are. It's
So we have
Odin,
Starbrand,
which is
Agamotto.
this weird Hulk, caveman Hulk or whatever.
You got Agamotto,
Yes.
Iron Fist, Black Panther, Phoenix, and Odin.
Ghost Rider. Don't forget Ghost Rider.
I didn't get there. And
And
a
Mammoth.
Ghost Rider.
And Mammoth with the Mammoth.
Yeah.
But so
Odin Borson.
these, what are they? The Celestials come to Earth?
Yep, these are Celestials.
Celestials.
And there's a crap ton of them.
And they're like, oh, we're not going to live from this. And then that's all we see. And then it jumps to current Sitch, which is...
We have the Trinity.
We have the Trinity, but Thor, I think he's just made his own Mjolnir at this point, right?
And his arm is gold.
It's gold.
He likes gold.
And so it matches his arm. Because it was like obsidian. Didn't he used to have an obsidian arm?
Something like that.
But anyways.
They're talking about old times and stuff, and then we switch over to...
Tony just came back from the dead.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's wearing a wig at this point.
Yeah, really. And then they talk about Hydra Cap and everything.
So, yeah, and they're just like, yeah, let's bring the team together. And they're like, well, for what? They're like, well, we'll know when something goes on. All right, well...
Strange and Panther,
they are underground, and they find these tunnels, and then they find these weird cocoons down there.
And then we get Robbie.
The cocoons come to the top. There is Robbie that freaks out.
Because he's all upset with what happened last time.
Yes.
He went to Africa and started whooping up on
woke up
Starbrand.
as Africa. Yeah. And
then we have somebody harassing Jennifer Walters.
She-Hulk. Yeah, that was great. That was cool.
And then we have Alpha Flight and Captain Marvel, and then we see the Hand of a Celestial, and then we flip back and forth between everybody, and the Ghost Rider comes out, and
then all of these dead Celestials are landing on Earth.
Yep.
And they're like, whatever's killing them, we have to fight whatever that is. So,
and then we get this beautiful picture at the end of the Avengers Assemble. Oh,
it's pretty sweet.
Oh my god,
it's pretty sweet, bro.
Strong by Contender. I'm done. I'm not gonna say anymore. Strong by Contender. This is a great first issue.
It was okay. I mean, I guess it was really awesome.
Shut your mouth.
No, it was really cool. I'm not a huge McGinnis fan because they're just like so ridiculous and like just big and bulky. But this larger than life story, like intro, fits it really well.
Yeah.
So even not being the biggest fan, I'm not saying he's bad, but it fits perfectly. Everything is really well done in this, and I love how they hate old teams and new teams and how they mirror each other and stuff, and how they're slowly going to come together. And I love Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers. That was actually my favorite part. So, did you want to give the code away?
Not yet.
He wants to save the code.
Save the code.
You give it a contender.
Strong by and contender.
I give it a strong buy.
Yeah, I give it. You're wrong.
It probably does contender, but
you're wrong. All right, so we got.
You ready for some Batman?
Oh, we got some Batman.
Let's get into Batman 46.
This
is
the
gift
part 2
on the run.
This is Tom King is the writer. Tony
S. Daniel.
Yeah, Tony S. Daniel is the artist. Sendu Florea
yes,
is the inker assist. Tomei More is the colorist. And Clayton Cowles or Coles is the letterer. Yes, I got it right.
Yes.
You can't be taught.
So it's only been how many years?
At least 2. At least.
So anyways, I love this issue. So we have Booster Gold in the past. His future traveling device has been destroyed. He found Catwoman. She's in Arkham, but all she says is meow. And so he thinks like that's just like she's just being her.
Yeah.
She's just being, you know, Selena Kyle. But that's not the case. And this Thomas Wayne is a royal D-hole. And he's just like, this is just a festering pile of crap city, and it sucks, and it's awful, and everything. And Booster's like, we're going to get to Bruce Wayne, and you guys love each other, and once you see each other, it's going to be perfect.
Yeah.
Well, Selena freaking attacks Thomas Wayne, and...
Hold on. You're skipping ahead, man. She puts on the classic Michelle Pfeiffer costume.
Well, he makes it for her. Booster Gold makes it for her because he's like, I'm not good at stitching. And so you're like, it leads up to it and you don't see it. And you're like, yes. Yep. Michelle Pfeiffer style stitching outfit. I love that. And then Batman. Oh, yeah. Batman shows up to shoot somebody.
Yeah.
And people are just dying all over the place. Let's just say everyone dies at the end. Kind of like something else. So
yeah, everybody dies in this comic book. Thomas and Martha die. Catwoman's shot. Who the hell knows what happened to Booster?
Everyone's shot, though. We know that much.
And you know, except for Jason Todd, who is a major tire security salesperson.
Yeah,
and he makes these old security devices for his tires that shock people.
Yes, and so like 17 people have died from his tire, and he's like, "Hey, it's that's the risk factor for keeping your stuff safe."
Yeah.
It does its job.
Yeah. Pretty cool. I give us a strong buy in a contender.
Dude, heck yeah. It looks so good and it's really interesting. It's really awesome. And I'm loving this Booster Gold stuff.
Yeah, Booster Gold's
strong
amazing.
buy contender.
Oh, yeah.
You ready for some Infinity?
Yeah, let's get some Infinity.
Infinity number 3.
Excuse me, Infinity Countdown.
Number 3. Yeah, it is Infinity Countdown number 3. And it is...
Gary Duggan is the writer. Aaron Cooter and Mike Hawthorne are the pencilers. Aaron Cooter and Terry Pallett are the inkers. And Jordi Belair is the color artist with Corey Petit as the letterer.
So, as I said at the end of the last issue, they should have just kept all of the Ultron Adam Warlock stuff separate to this issue and made the previous one cheaper. Because it works. Because when I jumped into this, I was like, whoa, I'm all in it, right? It was all about that.
Yeah.
And then when they switched over to the Guardian stuff, it was a pretty good, it worked. Like that transition, but it didn't work the other way around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just because like the stakes were so
high.
So much higher with the Guardians than they were with Adam Warlock that you're like, I don't care. But in this one, it worked perfectly.
Dude.
So this one's sick. So Ultron actually turned Silver Surfer into like an Ultron bot. Yeah. And so Adam Warlock then like puts him into the cocoon to heal him, but then he just jets on him once and what's weird though is that he heals from the cocoon like really quick. So, but then he just jets on him and he's like, dude, we're supposed to have a fight together. And he's like, nope, I'm outie.
I got another plan.
And then
Ultron launches all these Ultron bots somewhere.
Yes, because he wants to take over everything.
Yeah, he wants to be
not just one planet.
Yeah,
and so I mean, yeah, Adam Warlock is pretty awesome, and so is Ultron and stuff. But yeah, like we said, then it goes back to the Thanos stuff going on, and they're like,
the Guardians stuff. The
Guardians, yeah, the Guardians stuff, and Groot is just destroying everybody with his new
with Groot
with his words.
Yeah.
And Ant-Man gets messed up.
Dude, the Power Stone inside the saxophone is amazing.
Oh, the saxophone was the best. That was my favorite part. Is
Drax is playing the saxophone.
Drax is playing the saxophone because he's like, this is our death song. And everyone stops fighting. And it kind of reminds me of this one story that I heard from a World War II vet where that's where I think someone was playing like saxophone or something. Yeah, or a trumpet or something. And it was at night and everyone like stopped fighting just for that moment, you know.
But here in this image, in this is the way this is. All I can hear is Careless Whisper.
All I can, like I could just hear the Law and Order song. You know,
you're talking about Baker Street from Jerry Rafferty.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm hearing. But they figure out mind over matter for this stone because
they toss it in there
because Robbie does this thing. Yeah, and he makes it like a powerful song. And kills
and he kills all
the notes. It's just awesome. And then Silver Surfer goes with his own plan to
bring back a familiar form.
I'm just gonna leave it because it's so awesome, and it's something that this other series had brought
to the table.
Yes, that they kind of, and so did that graphic novel. That's what this whole Ultron Hank Pym stuff is. And yeah, Rage of Ultron. That was a brilliant, and I love that they're bringing the graphic novels because even with Teresa, that was from a graphic novel as well.
Yep.
So I love
how they're incorporating a lot more of their stuff.
Of all original graphic novels.
Yeah.
So
strong by contender for me. I love the hell out of it.
So do I. And yeah, strong by contender. Yeah, I'm holding on to this digital code.
Okay. We're gonna be greedy, man.
I think we're gonna have a crap ton of stuff
codes at the end of it. all.
So I lied. I have one book from last week, which is Trinity number 22. I read it last week, but I didn't
review it.
I didn't review it because I just spaced it out. Same thing with Mira, Queen of Atlantis. I read that, but I didn't review it. So I'll do a written review for it on the last week's Comicast. That one doesn't have a digital code, and that's why I'm not doing that. This one has a digital code. That's why I'm doing this, because I'm going to start getting all the DC stuff that has digital code, even if it's not that great. Kind of like this book. No offense. I mean, it's not horrible, but yeah. Anyways,
at least it's over.
So this is the finale. Is it over?
I guess it says the finale.
But yeah, it is the finale of this, and it's the Trinity, and they're facing off against this dude. And they're trying to trick him into giving up his evil plan, or at least give up enough information they can get from him. And that's essentially what they do. They're able to break through to what's his name? Who's that? Steve Trevor, who is now like this Hulk-looking ogre beast dude, and now it breaks through to him. And so now that he helps him and he fights this Deimos guy, that like now this dude gets his butt whooped, and Batman and Superman are free now, and they get stuff done, bro.
Get it done.
That and Superman use this thing because they turned everything opposite on them, and they turned Wonder Woman's lasso into a lasso of lies. So that was able to, change things for their betterment and stuff to win the fight. And then Batman kind of has like this thing.
Lasso of lies. I wonder if you could get Mr. Mistopheles to go away by saying, "Say your name front ways."
So yeah, writer James Robinson, artist Pat Zurcher, colorist Gabe El Taib, letterer Josh Reed. So yeah, it was, like I said, it's all right. It's, it was a solid finale. I liked the ending to it.
What would have been your grade for this?
My grade, I just give it a buy.
Okay.
It's a buy.
It's a
There's
buy.
digital code.
Okay.
DC for Detective Comics, another C for Cantaloupe, I don't know, 1-7. Q for Quaid, G for Glorious, C for Cantor, G for Glorious, 6, R for Rage, W for
Wrath.
Yes, and D for
Don't.
Dental.
It's dental.
Don't ask. Okay,
It's
just
dental. All right, so let's go with the original DC book we were going to pull for that. You want to?
Yeah.
All right, we got some Green Lanterns.
Green Lanterns.
So what number is this?
46.
Tim Healy is the writer. Penciler is V. Ken Marin. The inker is Asandu Floria. And colorist is Dini Ribeiro. And the letter is Dave Sharp.
All right, cool.
Dude, this is a weird book.
It's weird. So we have, Jessica Cruz with her friends. They did hunt that. They finally tracked this elk, right? Was it an elk or was it just a deer?
It's got some big
it looks
damn
pretty
horns.
big. Yeah, it looks pretty big. So they tracked it, but when they found it, they saw some other guys down the stream, and there's a body there. And so, the Justice League is also getting a little impatient. Simon Baz is fighting all these green
power rings
and stuff, and this guy that's there to defeat him. But,
and of course, Constantine's there, putting them all in their place.
Yeah, but oh man, so they're like, all right, let's just go back to camp and let's get out of here and go tell the police.
Hal Jordan's a little wuss in this, man. Did you see that? Hal Jordan in this whatever Earth it is, he's a wuss.
Oh yeah, it happens.
Yeah,
an alternate mind Fs. So
Simon ends up coming across himself. He's gonna kick his own ass.
No, well, it's not himself. It's Solomon Baz, not Simon Baz.
It's about the same thing.
It's his opposite, yeah, or whatever. Same thing. So her friends, they run away.
Yeah.
And they all get shot.
Yeah.
In the process. And yeah, it's really messed up.
And then we come across.
And it's really crazy.
Jessica obtaining a power ring. That's about it.
I like her hair though. It's really 80s style, dude. It's legit.
It's totally cool.
It's really awesome.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was a great issue.
It's
it was
a great
really
read.
intense.
Beautiful.
It was really intense, and it was
well
really
drawn.
awesome. I like this more psyche character profile, getting the mind of characters stuff. So
this feels more like Green Lanterns since they're separated. You have two different stories. I like that. I like their stuff when they're together too, but strong by contender for me.
Oh yeah, for sure. This is phenomenal. Strong by contender.
All right, next up we have the
end of the timer. We beat it.
Yay! Next up we have the Astonishing XMen number 11. Again, this is A Man Called X Part 5 with Charles Soule being the writer, Ron Garney as the artist, Matt Mia as the color artist, and Clayton Cowles or Coles as the letterer.
Can we just call it? I just want to call it what we said it was the entire time is what it was.
Cowles.
Right?
Is it Cowles?
So
is it?
What?
Is it Cowles? Clayton Cowles? Or
no?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The person
we called this. We called this months ago.
We've been calling it since the beginning because we're like this letter gives it up, and this person keeps on talking about killing. But the stakes are stepped up because these seeds are shot out into the world. Yeah. So it's not just Scotland anymore.
It's everywhere.
And so they're like, oh crap, we have to stop this. So this X and Psylocke step it up, and in that this X is able to take advantage and do what he's wanted to do this entire time.
Rebirth.
So but it's awesome because you have Old Man Logan mess, and I love how they're like, yeah, everyone keeps on saying like, oh yeah, you're just no, I'm not this dude. I'm not your Wolverine. Okay, quit calling me that.
Yeah,
I am my own person. So
and Rogue takes a little bit of power from Proteus.
Yeah, I like the Moira McTaggart stuff too. Was great because was that ended up being Mystique. See, that's the thing is this can be so confusing.
Yeah.
How it was, huh?
Yeah.
This can be very confusing though, because this is a mind F, and that's what it is. It's like it's a battle of the astral plane, right?
Yeah.
At the same time in the real world too. So it is.
Yeah, and we see the man jump out of Phantom X's body. X is Amal Farouk.
He spoiled it.
I don't care.
But we've been saying it for like 4
months.
issues. We've been saying it like since the beginning of this, pretty much, haven't we?
Yeah.
So
like this is the Shadow King. This is one of the Shadow King's games.
So here's what's really cool is like
he's got these spider legs. He looks so cool.
So what's really cool is Charles Soule, because I followed all these writers and artists. He said he was doing a crap ton of books. It was a lot, dude. He's been writing a lot of books, and he said I had to step down because I just was not putting out as top-notch material because of that. And so someone that can own up to that and say that,
respect.
I automatically go like, you know what, bro? Like you have my respect.
Hold on.
I don't know. It's no relation, but whatever. But no, what I'm saying is that like, because you had the stones to say that, respect. I feel like giving this book a strong buy no matter what.
I love this book. Anyway.
Now this issue killed it. And that's the thing he said. I may not have been able to put out the best material possible, but I told the story that I wanted to tell with Astonishing XMen, but he's going to be stepping down from this title. So I'm glad that he's going to be focusing on other titles, because we've noticed that the writing's been kind of up and down here and there, but this issue killed it.
Oh yeah.
He killed it on this issue. And I'm glad that he's told this story too, because you're teasing us, and boom, the reveal was cool. It was awesome. You know, it wasn't that we're like, oh, we know that's just so bad. You know, even though we kind of knew most of the time, right? We still were like not 100%. So
you and I know.
Yeah, maybe not everybody out there. You know, they're not as good as us.
Yeah, well, that's because you gotta know your comics. So,
or if you watch Legion, that probably helps too.
Oh yeah, because you know how I'm all for it.
But anyways, I'll shut up.
Strong by Contender.
Strong by Contender. This issue, Strong by Contender. Digital code, here it is. F for Familia, Z for Zorro, and for Marcos, 8 L for Lupita, 2 Z for Zorro, and for Marcos, E for Iluterio, Z for Zorro, and for Novela, D for Diego.
Cool.
Oh.
Yeah, you kind of just put it like whether this is Strong by Contender stuff is. I put
ready for some more DC.
Some
Nightwing.
Some Dick.
The Bleeding Edge, part 1.
I read the dude.
I was so jacked because Benjamin Percy.
This art is so amazing.
Benjamin Percy teased that he was going to be going on to Nightwing, and I was like, I'm so jacked off for this. Yes. And yeah, so Benjamin Percy is the writer.
And Chris Mooneyham
is
the artist. Nick Filardi is the colorist.
Yeah.
Carlos M. Manguel is the letterer. But dude, this art is just fucking. Oh, sorry, I had to.
Fallacious.
Fallacious.
Right? No, I don't know. we don't know what we're doing.
Oh man,
we never did. Anyways, this art is freaking killer. Like, it works well. It's really cool. I feel like this is a perfect balance, and this is a great villain for him too, because he says, like, I'm not really a tech dude. I depend on Babs for this stuff. Mm-hmm. That's why they're a good couple too. But anyways, yeah, and so he's like, I just I'd rather face to face, or call people and stuff. And there's these explosions that happen in this subway and stuff. And even like his workouts are more like down to roots, like in a junkyard type or something like that, tires stuff. I love like he orders this, what was it, like fish and eggs or something like that sandwich. Lots of protein. Gotta have that protein. So, but yeah, then he goes to find this thing. And I like this relationship too that he has with this detective. Is like, you and Bullock would get along pretty well and stuff. But yeah, dude. So there's this tech that they're putting out, and it like re-images your house. So instead of like a paint job, you just have this device that does that. And so they're like, he's trying to figure out how this
thing works.
And he's tinkering with it, and then it tinkers with him. It gets under his skin.
That's a good way to put it.
So it was so awesome.
So my contender. This is just great stuff.
Benjamin Percy's a great writer, but this art freaking kills it.
I don't care about the writing at this point. This art stole me, man. I mean, I love this art style.
It tells the story really well.
It reminds me of
a really good
old
balance.
Classic Superman stuff from like the 90s, like when it was really, really good. Like pre-Death of Superman. So good.
Well, you know he got his name from Superman, kind of.
Well, I know that Nightwing did.
Nightwing, yeah.
It was like Firebrand and Nightwing.
Yeah, the gods or something, right?
Yeah, Firebird and Nightwing.
So, anyways, strong by contender, right?
Yeah, they were mythological characters. No, they were heroes from Kandar. Yeah, I remember my history from, comics. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have
The Rise of the Black Panther.
Of the Black Panther.
Numero 5.
Yes, number 5. Ta-Nehisi Coates is he's the advisor, but Evan Narcisi is the writer. And then pencilers Javier Pina and Edgar Salazar. Inkers Javier Pina, Keith Champagne. Color artist Stéphane Patru. Joseph, his letter. So this is messed up and crazy. So, right, there's this other White Wolf, not Bucky Barnes, right? But there's another White Wolf. And so Black Panther goes to White Wolf, and he's like an adopted son, pretty much, of T'Chaka, right? Of T'Chaka. And so T'Chaka runs like their ops, section of their government, or what, not government, but of the
the kingdom,
the military stuff. Yeah. And so he goes and attacks him, and he's like, oh, I know you are the one that did that with the drone, with the Doombot and stuff. And you gave that information to them. And this dude's like fighting him, and he's like, no, I didn't, and he's just being cool and chill and stuff. And then they find out it wasn't actually him, that he has this half brother that was with this other chick that his dad had. And she was in a spy agency, but since it was outside the country, couldn't bring him in the country. So he ended up becoming like Rogue, and that's the dude that set it up, right? And so, and they also introduced Killmonger towards the end of this. So I was pretty upset. Oh, and he also has a reacquaintance with Storm, because Storm is like, they talk about how in the past, like, they were young and stuff, and now they're meeting up again, and like now she's at this like goddess level where they're calling her goddess, and she's doing all these things.
We'll get into that later.
And they're just like, for a farewell and stuff. But yeah, dude, it's a freaking awesome issue. It's freaking killer. It's just really great. I'm pretty excited for the next issue. I'm liking it a lot. I like how they work in all these other things, and they make it work, and they make it make sense.
Can you work it? Is it worth it? Put your thing down, flip it, and reverse it.
It's that's a pass.
I'm sorry. Okay, I'm not a vocalist. Okay, I'll admit it. Whatever.
But this was a strong buy. I really liked it a lot. It was legit. So strong buy. Here's a digital code: F for Familia, C for Carlos, and for Marcos. W for Huerita. P for Pedro 49503. S for Señorita 9. Is it time for a commercial break?
I believe it is.
It's time for a commercial break.
Yeah, we got so carried away.
It's time for a commercial break. Yeah.
Guess what? Tomorrow, May the 4th be with you. But the day after, free comic book day. Oh, yeah. Go down to your local comic book shop, wherever the hell you're at in the country or in the world, and get you some free comic books. And, of course, give them some business, because, there's some artists at your local places. There are going to be some, just some cool comic book deals, I'm sure. But we have one in particular that we like to talk about here, or actually a couple we like to talk about here in Albuquerque area. We have Age of Comics. Age of Comics. They're going to have the Venom artists, and they got this nice Trinity poster of Maximum Carnage, which I am totally going to go down there and get, because I love Maximum Carnage. One of my near dear heart, things. Oh, you haven't seen the print?
I don't know. Maybe. No, yeah. I saw it. It was pretty hardcore.
Oh, so awesome.
The thing is I hate Carnage.
Shut up.
I mean, he's a really great. I hate it because he's such a good villain. I hate him.
Don't you badmouth my Carnage.
I just hate. I mean, Carnage is great villain, but I hate him because he's such a good villain.
He's so loopy and crazy.
Cassius Clay, right?
Cletus Cassidy. That's all right.
That's what I said.
No, you said Cassius Clay.
Why would I say that? That's Muhammad Ali.
I know.
That doesn't make sense.
I know. But it's Cletus Cassidy.
Jeez.
Yeah. Anyway.
And it's one of the greatest games ever made.
Dude, after I showed you, especially that I showed you that trick, man.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Dude, I came over one night and he put in Maximum Carnage. We played it on. I showed him, was like, hey, here's what you're missing on this. I go through like the first 3 or 4 levels, whatnot. But the first time I pick up a guy and he's like, yeah, I've seen you do that. And then I start spinning
and then he spins them. Or does the 2 webs boom thing, too.
And then get an extra life right there. Dude, it's so beast. Anyway, but Age of Comics is going to have the artists for Venom, whatnot, and a Maximum Carnage style little poster thing going on. They're going to have Gamers Anonymous there. It's going to be great.
Hot dog. They're going to have the hot dogs from the Urban Hot Dog Company. Yeah. So those are some good wieners.
Oh, yeah. And of course, if we got on the Twin Sons, I'm not sure what they got going on.
Twin Sons, I think they have artists there too.
I haven't really seen local artists and stuff advertised.
So they're always doing stuff.
Oh yeah, they're always doing stuff. And then they got one year I went down there.
I do believe they're going to have
hero clicks last time I went there.
And then cosplayers go to all of them. So I know for sure that
I'm sure the 501st are going somewhere.
That the Marvel, the NM Marvel,
New Mexico Marvel Avengers
Alliance or something like that is going to be at Twins. So,
and I'm pretty sure the New Mexico DC whatever the heck they call themselves, Justice League.
I haven't seen them in a long time.
It's been a while. I mean, I'm sure they're floating around somewhere.
Yeah.
Of course, the 501st goes everywhere. I mean, yeah. And of course, the guy with the Batmobile, he'll be floating around too. He always does.
Yeah.
It's the Batmobile, Bumblebee, and there's another car he owns too. I just can't remember what the heck it is. There's 3 of them in a row. Anyway, and normally it's like the RV from like Breaking Bad or something like that. Normally. And they'll be floating around Albuquerque because, again, it's birthday. You know?
The 505.
You know, you gotta represent the birthday with some blue meth.
Go to the Sonics.
So, yeah. If you're out and about in Albuquerque, check out the locations we just disclosed. I mean, they got websites, they got Facebook. Just go ahead and just check it out.
Just check them out.
Just check out every comic book store you can in your local area, regardless of where the hell you live. And if you still want to, you just come out here by Albuquerque and say hi to us. I mean, I'll be floating around somewhere. It's Cinco de Mayo. I'm going to probably have a beer in my hand the whole day. So, yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I think we did pretty good on that.
All right, cool.
I think we're going to get fired.
Let's do it.
Yeah, we're going to get fired.
Fired for what?
I don't know.
So, let's get back to work then.
Oh, yeah.
With Cyborg.
You can have your Cyborg.
Number 22. This is $3.99. It is Marv Wolfman as a writer, Tom Derenick as the artist, Will Quintana and Pete Fantazis as colors, Dave Sharp as letters. And so we have this guy, and he's teaching his, I don't know, is it his son? He's teaching his son his little figurines. But anyways, he gives him this robotic arm because he is armless. And, well, he only has one arm. Let's say that. But then we get back to what's been going on with Cyborg, where these scientists have been checking him out and stuff. He wakes up and he starts destroying their lab, and they're like, "Hey, buddy, relax. You know, we're helping you out and stuff." And he's checking them out and stuff. And then they have these giant mechs. So he's like, "Oh my God, let me pilot one of your mechs and stuff." And so they let him pilot a mech, and they like face off, and they're just doing like a friendly sparring thing. So it's like just the demo, but then something goes wrong and it goes off of demo mode and stuff. So they actually start
beating the crap out of each other with big giant robots and a little robot inside of one of the big giant robots.
And
yeah, looks like freaking Pacific Rim Reborn.
Pretty much.
What you think?
It was all right. It's not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad.
I mean, we have a grading scale here. How about you use it?
It was okay.
It was okay?
I thought that these had digital codes, which is why, but I'm not going to be getting it anymore if it's not digital.
Yeah.
Or maybe I might read it just because I like Cyborg. But I would give it like a week by, I guess.
A week by.
I mean, it looks all right, but it's just like it's whatever.
It's
you
meh.
know, it's just it's
Meh.
it's all right.
Meh.
It's okay.
Let's go into some meh with some Roadie Gambit number 5. Kelly Thompson is the writer. Perez is the artist. Frank Di Armata is the colorist. And Joe Caramagna is the letterer. Oh my gosh, I got it again! Yeah, I keep killing these names, man.
I know. I'm so surprised.
Me too. Man, we got all these iterations of Rogue. We got all these iterations of Gambit. Of course, the regular Rogue and Gambit are beating the crap out of them so they can get their memories and stuff.
And their powers.
And their powers.
And their powers.
And the powers of other people.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. There's this fractured spread page thing going on that's just mind-blowing.
Oh, God.
Before they get back to their crazy fight. And they're like, hey, we need to do something because this is going on for a long time. They reveal this one psychiatrist lady or whatever. They reveal her, and it turns out she's a golem, right?
Yeah.
So she's like, all right, well, she takes her out and gets her memories.
And her powers.
And her powers. And her powers are that she absorbs, right?
Yep.
And so she's like, okay, now I know how to fix this somewhat.
And Rogue wrecks a big group of these golems.
Yes. So she absorbs all these powers.
So she's got these pretty wings and devil horns and spikes all over her and, flames are going out of her. And, oh, man, it's so beast mode. And Gambit's like, man, you're pretty.
But they also discover that the main villain is also a golem itself, which is really weird. Who was the actual player here?
Yeah,
we don't know, but they end up giving, because Rogue, she ends up giving all those powers back. Because she destroyed those golems. She was able to somehow reverse her powers.
Mm-hmm.
And
she gives everybody their powers back. And then her and Gambit are like, wherever we go, there we are. Let's just not fight it. And Gambit's like, I got a question for you. Do you like cats?
You think he's gonna get on one knee and propose? And I was like, oh, so we're gonna have like a double wedding, or we're gonna have a double wedding of like these two couples that have been on and off
for
again for years. It's gonna be a double wedding, and then it's like, no, just asking about cats.
You got a cat.
Oh man.
That was great. How do you feel about cats? That's it.
And she's like, oh, what if I could steal the powers? What if I could steal the powers of cats and be super adorable? And
yeah, that way I could make it where when Xavier is mad at me, I could just go, meow.
Yeah.
That was so great. Oh, I mean, this is for a 5-part miniseries. I enjoyed the hell out of it. It's done. That's it.
No, it doesn't say on the cover.
No. Go to your last page.
Does it say at the end?
Go to your last page. You see
at
the bottom?
The end for now.
That's right.
That doesn't mean
that's it for right now.
Anything
for the current 5-part series that we got right now.
Oh, you're right. It does say that's it for this mini series.
Yeah, we're done. I enjoyed the hell out of the whole thing.
Damn it!
I'm gonna give this a strong mind contender.
Why did you have to tell me that?
So I could break your heart.
Why? I wanted to keep writing this back.
I mean, come on, man. I gotta break your heart.
Because I was like, we're gonna eventually find out who the real person is.
Oh yeah, of course.
The golem.
But this mini series is done. And it was so amazingly done. Team, you did a great job. I hope to see this exact same team on the same series at a future time. Strong mind contender for me.
Yes.
Oh, you're more heartbroken now than you were in Infinity War, aren't you?
No.
Okay, then. Shut up.
So, what do you mean? So, digital code, are we giving it away?
Sure, give it away. I'll give it away. I love it. This is a code for everybody. So V for Vindicator, J for Jean, N for Nova, Z for Zed, M for Marco, N for November, 7, Z for Zed, E for Eloterio, B for Beast, H for Henry, and Y for Yellow Jacket.
Dope. I have Green Arrow number 40.
I wish I could really get into this.
It's the same creative team as the last issue, and he got shot by somebody, and he was bleeding out. But these kids, turns out they there's this group of kids that is still fighting. Here's the creative team. Jackson Lansing and Colin Cummey are the writers. Marcio Takara, artist. Marcelo Maiolo, colors. Darren Benet as letters. So there is this group, and they're like kind of just ripoffs of like the Justice League sword, but like they don't look like it, but they call themselves, like, oh yeah, this is and yeah, they're just like cheesy ripoff versions. But anyways, they're like, are you gonna help us or not? And he's like, no, this isn't the way. I'm not gonna do it this way. I shouldn't even been here. And then they, they're like, all right. He's like, okay, fine, I'll help you kids and stuff. And so, by telling them their little sob stories and stuff, which are pretty good, they shoot a brass knuckles arrow with an electric arrow. But yeah, so it's pretty cool. Yeah, they lead up this resistance and fight this kid. They're like, we know this kid, and this kid that's like leading this resistance, he's just one bad apple, and he's just making everybody bad. So, and it gets resolved. And that's pretty much it.
Wow, that's very anticlimactic.
So, yeah, they fix it and stuff, and everything's good now.
Okay.
It was a good side quest. It was a nice little side quest. Now he's gonna get back to his own thing.
Yeah.
So I liked it. I thought it was good.
Okay.
I give it a strong buy.
Okay.
It looks really good, and it was a nice, enjoyable side quest.
That sounds good.
It was fun. It was,
It's not as rewarding as Skyrim.
Yeah, of course. Strong buy.
All right, so it's a strong buy. All right,
Yeah.
cool. All right, next up we have X-Men Gold number 27. This is Till Death Do Us Part 2. Writer is Mark Guggenheim. Artist is Geraldo Borges. Colorist is Arif Prianto. The flashback artist is Dave Marquez. The flashback colorist is Matthew Wilson. And the letterer is Corey Petit. There we go. All right. So, of course, we got flashbacks of young Kitty and Colossus, like from the back of the days of Giant Size X-Men number 1.
And that art was so amazing that it made the rest of the art really underwhelming.
I know. So then we just jump back, and they're kind of just flirting with each other. That's what it comes down to. So and then we jump into Las Vegas now, where we get where Peter's gone.
Yeah,
Peter's gone, and then we see Storm with Storm Caster.
Stormcaster.
Yeah, which is her Mjolnir. That's pretty much what it is. And she becomes, the Thor. And she's talking with
chainmail and everything.
Oh,
it's legit.
It's so cool. And then you see her talking with Rachel and saying, hey, you've leveled up. What's up?
Yeah, everyone's noticed your powers are, pretty crazy. And she's like, oh, piss off, And then, but other people bring it up throughout the issue. And they're like, yeah, people are noticing, Rach, you get it together. But yeah, I like the writing is really well done. The dialogue is really great.
Oh yeah.
But the visuals leave a little to be desired, especially you have
the nanobot Sentinel.
But just like Colossus he looks himself. Weird. He just, I don't know. But like I said, and I mean, it's not all the times. It's just certain parts. It's just comes and goes. It's not all bad, and it really isn't bad that often.
What the Nanobot Sentinel is trying to do, he's trying to extract the legacy virus from Colossus
to kill all the mutants.
To create what's called the Hope Cure, which is supposed to kill all the mutants. Isn't that what the legacy virus is supposed to do? Kill all the mutants?
So it's pretty crazy because what happens is there's a nuke sent off, but I don't know what that nuke is.
Yeah.
Because they didn't tease. They weren't like, hey, countdown to this missile that's going to exterminate.
They were just like,
mutants.
Boom.
It just went off. So you're like, where is that going and what is that for? Is it just a regular nuke?
Is it a distraction?
Just a missile? Is it just a distraction? We don't know. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing that was not clarified.
Yeah.
And that bugs me.
And it's kind of concerning too.
So
I'm going to give this a buy.
Ooh.
I mean, the flashback art is amazing.
Oh my God, it looks so good.
I mean, if the whole book was drawn just like that flashback art, I would have been so on board with this. But no, you can't just tease me with something like that and then take it away and never show it again. No, it don't work like that. No, I'm not happy. So a buy.
I want to give it a strong buy because it's a solid issue. But yes, it has even like the writing, which is top notch. I will say at the ending, I'm just not. I don't know what it is, that missile. I'm like, that could just be a regular missile that you guys should. But where is it going? Like, there's just too many unanswered questions. But yeah, that art is a huge issue. And it's not horror at parts. I'm like, ugh. And the other parts, I'm like, wow, this is really solid. So it's very inconsistent art. Inconsistency is the worst thing that can happen. Oh, yeah. And that's in writing or art. If you have any inconsistency at all in your comic, one issue or whatever, it really lowers the grade. Bye. So here's your digital code. I for Invisible, 2O for Oscar, 28, B for Bravo, Y for Yellow, 0, R for Richter, G for Gamora, 99.
All right. Next up, what I have Shield: The Rebirth, written by Jonathan Hickman, Dustin Weaver is the artist, Sonia Obak is the color artist with Rachel Rosenberg and Christina Strain. Todd Klein is the letterer. And I'm just going to give this a quick thing. This is Leonardo da Vinci as the originator of S.H.I.E.L.D. He's going through and recruiting Michelangelo. He jumps through time several times in this entire book. This is an 83-page book for me, and I have no ads. So this is almost like a freaking graphic novel, period. Pick it up. It's damn good.
Okay.
Strong by, and I would give it a contender, but it's in its own damn league. So just pick this damn book up.
I wanted to, and I saw it somewhere, but I was like, I'm not sure. And then the other shop I went to didn't have it. So,
dude,
I was like, do I go back to that other shop or just get it next week?
Just be patient, and it's well worth the time.
Which means that, does it have a digital code? I don't know if it does.
I don't think it did.
But if it does and I get it, then you can get it on one of our social medias. Now, I have, what grade did you give it?
I'd give it a strong buy. I would give it a contender, but again, this is a class of its own.
Okay. All right, cool. I read Harley Loves Joker, #1 of 2. It's Harley Quinn is what it's called. It is Paul Dini as the writer, and who else? Anyways, so this is pretty much in the realm of
Batman
the animated series, yes. So they're in this house. They have the hyenas and stuff, and there's this other lady that's getting involved. What is it, like the Grissom or something like that? Grissom. And she's like some, gosh, what is the name? There's like some Portuguese. She's Portuguese. Some Portuguese animal is what she is. And she keeps on thwarting all their
fun.
All their fun, yeah. They keep on, she robs the places that they're going to before they do, or like, at the same time or something, and makes off with their loot. And so it turns out that this lady's just doing this to impress Joker.
It's Mr. J. Mr. J.
So yeah, and it turns out these two have a history because she was they used to work together, and she was doing experiments with the animals and on people and stuff, and then the lady got fired and got sent back to Portugal or whatever, but now she's back and she's wreaking havoc and stuff. So now she's kind of like, welcome to the gang and stuff, so she's got a
bad guy team up.
Because she knows that she's bad news. Harley Quinn knows this chick's bad news. So, but Joker doesn't. He's just like,
lady, the pretty lady with lots of loot
that she's doing stuff for him. It's weird though, because like she has like some smelly powers or whatever. It's weird. Kind of, that part was weird. And I'm like, how could you, for Harley, come on, that beautiful pale skin and those wonderful
that luscious
outfits.
Tan, those ruby licks and hair color, so natural. Only your Undertaker knows for sure.
Anyways, Paul Dini is the writer, like I said. Brett Blevins is the artist. Alex Sinclair is colors. Dave Sharp is letters. This was fun. I like it. If you like the Batman animated series stuff, you'll really enjoy this. And this really fits in with that realm and stuff. So I can give this one a strong buy because it looks great. and it reads great. And I'm interested to see how the next one goes. It's crazy though. That's only 2 issues. So yeah.
All right. Next up, we have The Hunt for Wolverine, Weapon Lost, #1. This is written by Charles Soule with Matteo Bufangi. Bufangi is the artist. Jim
Charalin Perez.
I can never get that guy's name right. And Justin Bino, VC's Justin Bino is letterer. So, being interested with an outside point of view from the mutant community, Kitty Pryde asked Daredevil to look into the disappearance of Wolverine's body. And since Daredevil is such a good lawyer and he's got connections that way, he might have some clues on how to uncover this.
So he recruits the Inhumans detective dude.
Mm-hmm.
And then they also
Frank
go
McGee.
to recruit Misty Knight, but Misty Knight doesn't want to have any business with Daredevil.
And she's like pissed off, and then Frank McGee goes and talks to her, and he's like, hey, we used to be cops. We worked on the same police force. I heard about you, and you heard about me. You know, why'd you leave? All this good stuff. You were good at what you did. You left that because you lost your arm. Then you did the Heroes for Hire thing. What the hell happened? And she starts to tell her story to Frank, and Matt's like, it's none of my business. I'm going to listen to that mariachi band down in the subway instead of listening to them talk.
Yeah, he said I was listening in, but that was a private conversation for only them to have, so I left it alone.
That's pretty
so
considerate.
then Misty Knight's like, let's go to this other dude. I'm going to go recruit this dude, Cypher.
Yeah, it's Cypher. He was one of the New Mutants at one point in time. He's basically the guy that can speak all languages, including computer. And then he can decipher the internet.
No, he couldn't.
Oh, he was
got
trying
wrapped
to.
up in it, and it was
Yeah, he got all.
You don't want to try to figure out the internet because you'll end up like this dude.
And so you're like, hey, where's Wolverine? He's like, yeah, just give me your smartphone. Give me your smartphone. I won't get lost. It's just a smartphone. No big deal. And you go, you want to know where Wolverine is? He's everywhere. And he brings up this nice little listing of where Wolverine's been and a map of everywhere. And man.
So it's a good intro to a new team hunting for Wolverine, this team. So they're going to have multiple teams hunting for Wolverine. I want to say that technically you probably would not have to buy this and you could just jump into the second issue. But it's so good.
And it's so well drawn.
Why wouldn't you?
Oh, no, it's so great. A strong by contender for me. I'm excited for the Adamantium Agenda, the Claws of a Killer, and the Mystery Man Report. I mean, I want to read every aspect of this event as opposed to everything else. It's probably one of the best events I've come across so far.
We'll see. This one's starting off really well.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll go ahead and give it a strong buy and contender as well.
All right. Here's the digital code. Let us know what you think about it. So F for Fantastic, C for Charles, M for Mike, J for Juan, S for Sarah, 9, 3, N for Nancy, Y for yeah. I was using names, and I don't know a Y name.
Yancy, you said?
Yeah. I said Nancy.
Oh. Well, you could use Y for Yancy.
Yeah. Yanis?
Ymir?
Yeah, okay, Ymir. Okay, whatever. M for Nancy, 5, and H for Hector. I was just using names, man.
Okay. I have Action Comics Special #1. This has a lot of people on the creative team, but anyways, so it is... the first story essentially is there's this old man and he breaks into the Fortress of Solitude and he's able to like pretend that he's Superman and find out where the family is. He sends a missile after the family or after Lois, and so the plane does crash because of it. Now it doesn't get hit, but it still crashes because it was the explosion.
I think it did read this.
And so Superman ends up going to Luthor, and he's like, "I know it was you." And Luthor's like, "I don't know what you're talking about." And then so
he looks and sees the suit in there. He's like, "Man, your shield's gone off the suit. Oh, you haven't touched your suit in the last 36 hours. I guess this couldn't be you. Later, peace."
So then somebody attacks somebody in this other suit.
You got this huge power suit.
Lois again,
and we find out it's a dying Lex Luthor.
It's an old man dying Lex Luthor. So yeah, it was Lex Luthor. But Lex Luthor comes to the aid
of Superman.
And stops him. And he was like, "Who was that guy?" And he's like, "Oh, it doesn't matter.
He was an old man looking for revenge.
Bitter old man, yeah, so just leave him alone." That was Dan Jurgens writing with Will Conrad as artist, Will Quintana as colors, Rob Lay as letters. That was pretty solid.
Oh yeah, this was a solid issue.
It was a good one shot.
I enjoyed this one shot.
Then the next one was essentially about Lex Luthor, just about him being bullied and stuff, and about how his dad was just really just like a regular company dude, but once he took over, he took it into the future and just like surpassed it and just like got rid of it and stuff. And they also talk about how like correspondence dinners was very relevant. I don't know how they made it so relevant because it's way too relevant. But they're like, yeah, correspondence dinners are good because you can make fun of people, and if they can't laugh at themselves, you know, that's kind of like the sign of a psychopath. Well, who's not laughing at themselves? Lex Luthor.
Dude, and then the last story about the driver's seat.
I just loved Clark making fun of the Justice League.
Oh,
that was my favorite. You guys are all obsolete and making fun of Aquaman, and like it was just all funny. That was really great.
The next story, the driver's seat, is so good. I mean, basically, Lois wants some gift from things. You know, stuff starts popping down, and then Soups at the end of it gives her a steering wheel and a driver's seat and flies her around with her journey.
Oh yeah. That was
that
was written by Max Landis, art by Francis Manipul, letters by Steve Wands. That the driver's seat one.
Yeah.
Now the other one, the Suprema Est Lex, which is him running for president. That's like that was the end part.
Yeah.
That one was written by Mark Russell. Artist was Jill Thompson. Romulo Fajardo is Junior as the inker, and then Rabelais as letters. And then what else? Yeah, that was really sweet. I love the art on that.
I enjoyed this book. I mean, it's along the lines of Action Comics 1000, you know, with the multiple stories and stuff. But it was still great. I mean, I enjoyed the hell out of it. I mean, it's a strong buy contender for me.
So also there's this. It was really solid. I give it a strong buy as well.
You should Firebrand check it out. In the back of almost every DC.
Every DC this week there's a Firebrand story, and it's just this lady how she got like this engine got stuck in her. They put in her chest to like keep her alive, and
she's Tony Stark.
This dude.
She's Tony Stark.
Not really.
She's got an engine in her chest, man.
Yeah, but she goes all like beast mode. She doesn't turn like all tech mode and stuff.
So same principle, different results.
No. I'm telling you, no, it's not.
Different results, man.
Whatever, but it looks interesting. Yeah.
Anyway, the Action Comics special #1 was fantastic.
Yeah, it was superb.
Pick it up.
All of them were really solid, so strong buy.
All right. And what you got is the Go Power Rangers.
Go Power Rangers, number 9, Shattered Grid, written by Ryan Parrott. Destroyed by Dan Mora, colors by Raul Anculo, letters by Ed Duchire. In this issue, I can't keep going.
What's next? Are you going to pick up the Big Bag Beetleborgs and start singing its theme song?
Oh, yes. No, so it's weird because this one seems like it takes place in the future where all this bad stuff is happening, and then some girl with a bow and arrow shows up, and she takes out...
Is it Kimberly?
She takes out 3 of those Mastodon soldiers, Black Power Ranger soldiers, right? And then like it jumps forward and it's like Angel Grove Arrival Day plus 27. You're like, okay, how come you had a timeline on that, but not on the previous story? And so in this short part, it just goes, her dad is moving out. Kimberly's dad is moving out of the house, and he's like, yeah, we're getting divorced, blah, blah, blah. That's been going on for a little while. Then Billy, which is really weird, I'm going to straight up say like the colors were not well done in this because Billy and his Zord and all this stuff, it looks purple, not blue. And I get it, like it's dark and that's why you had it shaded purple, but I don't care. It still looks bad. And Trini talks to him and is like, why have you been spending so much time with this stuff? And he's like, oh, because Zordon said that if we spend more time with our Zords, you know, like they'll kind of like, we'll have a better connection and they'll like us more. And we'll be, you know, it'll make me a better student and all this other stuff. And she's like, you're such a nerd. You're such a geek. Then Rita is like, hey, there's some weird energy on Earth. Goldar, go check it out. And she's like, I know he's going to fail. He's a failure. And people are trying to talk to Jason, but like Jason's not really talking to anybody.
Yeah.
They do the morphing because Goldar shows up. They fight him. And then this future Pink Ranger shows up with this freaking awesome bow and cape and stuff, and it looks pretty legit. And it turns out that it's just like an evil future Kimberly, and so she disappears, and she's like, "Oh, I'm too soon. Tommy isn't part of the team yet." And yeah, so she's like, I need, and then Rita's like, goes and has a chat with her. And she's like, oh, do you need help getting back to your time? I'll help you out. So
What'd you think?
it looks really great. Like I said, the colors, the only misstep was just the blue part looked purple. The stuff's really cool. I like how they focus a lot on like normal life stuff because they even go into Jason. His dad is ill and he found out, and his dad's like, I don't get in your business and what you do on your time and stuff. Don't
Shut up, more.
Yeah, and so it really gets into a lot of like their personal lives and stuff, and I really like that slice of life stuff, you know. So especially with all the craziness going on, I give it a strong buy and contender. It's great.
Okay, all right. So what we got next is Star Wars. May the fourth be with you.
Number 47.
This is Mutiny in Moncala, Part 4, with Kieran Gillen as the writer, Salvador LaRocca is the artist, Gru EFX is the colorist, and Clayton Cowles is the letterer. I love how this ties into the Vader comic.
Yeah, but it's also slightly confusing too, because I go like, I try to remember which one, but and then once I get myself figured out, I'm like, oh yeah. If I would read the intro, that wouldn't be an issue though.
Yeah.
That's my own fault.
Yeah, it's your fault.
So, but they're waiting for this Moff, and it's the Moff that they swapped out. They have the imposter, right?
Mm.
The imposter Moff. And so they're like, oh yeah, haven't you heard he's like this? And then they watch this thing, and you know, freaking C-3PO is just being annoying, like, I can't even enjoy this because I'm so stressed out and stuff. And then they're getting away from the sea creature underwater, the the actual team that's doing the real work of breaking into this place to get Lee Char.
And then, of course, Luke does a distraction, and Chewie saves his ass.
Yes. And then Chewie shakes himself off.
He's like a dog and shakes himself
It was
off.
so awesome. I loved it. It was so funny. He's
great.
like, I was going to tell you about that. Yeah, it was so great. And there's an intermission. He has to, this imposter has to try faking it and stuff and talk to all these different people and stuff. And he does slip up because he eats something that he didn't like before. But this lady's like, oh, yeah, it's fine. It's an acquired taste, She's like, okay, maybe you're right. They do attack this place, and they find out something horrible about
Lee Char.
So,
yeah. So, at least we kind of know what may happen to him in the Vader comic.
I like kind of how upbeat this comic was, considering how depressing the ending is.
Yeah. Especially with the Chewie thing.
Yeah.
It was so great.
That was more like Boss Nass. That was more like
Boss Nass, yeah.
Boss Nass, yeah.
Misa like you know, but
Please
Naboo.
No.
You so know like other Gungans.
No. So yeah, strong buy contender. This book has always looked so perfect, and it's just the perfect balance of like humor and intensity, and the dialogue,
and art,
and the visuals are so well done. Like everybody looks like their movie counterparts and stuff. It's just so perfect. So it's a strong buy and it's a contender.
And it's a Star Wars book. Star Wars. So here's the digital code: F for Falcon, Z for Zabrak, M for Millennium, W for Wookiee. There we go. 8 X for Xerxes. No, what's his?
Xerxes?
No, not Xerxes.
Xena.
No.
Xenon.
No.
Xenomorph.
No.
Xenophobe.
Shut up!
Sorry.
I can't remember the guy's name. He's from Shadows of the Empire. Anyway, so it's an X. Whatever. I'll remember it later. E for Endor, 9, 8. Y for Y-Wing. Or Yavin. There we go. Yavin. R for crap.
Revan.
There we go. And Z for Zabrak.
All right, cool. So
Shizor.
I also read DC Nation number 0, which has a few stories. There's Your Big Day with Tom King as script, Clayman as art, Jordi Belair as colors, Clayton Cowles as letters. And so this one is the Joker. He's at this guy's house and he's like, oh, you know, he pretty much has him hostage. And he's like, oh, what are you doing? He's like, I'm here waiting for an invitation. There's a wedding and I haven't been invited. I'm waiting for my invitation. He's like, why would they send it here? And he's like, you know, because Batman always knows where I am and what I'm up to. And of course he's going to send it. The letter shows up. He opens it and he's like, oh, my letter got here. And so my invitation got here. And before he was like, you know, if my letter doesn't get here, I'm going to be angry. So, and when I kill people when I'm angry. And then he's like, oh, what does the letter say? He's like, oh, yeah, it's my invitation. He's like, oh, okay, great. He's like, you'll leave then. He's like, oh, thing is, I kill people when I'm happy. So, yeah. And then it goes into a Superman story where he is at the office. It's Brian Michael Bendis is script, Jose Luis Garcia Lopez is pencils, Dexter Vines is inks, Alex Sinclair is colors, Josh Reed is letters. And so it's him at the Bugle, and it's Perry White like, hey, I need some good stories. You know, what's her name is gone now. And she introduces this one lady, and it turns out this lady's pretty much like a mole. And yeah, but it's also about like Superman. He's trying to get the news, but he's also part of the news. So you know how that goes. And then it goes into some Batman story. Oh, then it goes into all the different, it's a teaser for all the different, the Justice League teams. There's pretty much everybody has their own Justice League team. And so you have Batman, and he has Lobo and Deathstroke and Lex Luthor and Beast Boy. And then Superman has, are they fighting Starro, or is Starro part of the team?
Looks like they're fighting Starro.
There's Sinestro, and there's Starfire and Martian Manhunter. So it's like, it's a weird team. And then Wonder Woman has her own team, which is pretty much magic. It's Zatanna, Dr. Fate, Etrigan, Raven. Yeah. And so you just, and then there's Cyborg. He has his own team. It's Team Wisdom. And so it's Robin, Adam, the Flash, and Harley Quinn. And so they each have different missions, and they're working with villains. But see, the thing is, like, they're off on this mission, but now they have like different teams at home working together now too. They have like Supergirl and Green Arrow, and then they have this giant monster that shows up. Scott Schneider, James Tynion the fourth, and Joshua Williamson as writer, Jorge Jimenez as artist, Alejandro Sanchez as colors, and world design is letters. So they pretty much look like Celestials or whatever is with the people that show up at the end. So yeah, it's just a teaser. I mean, you can't buy it. It's free. So get it. It's pretty solid teaser. So get it.
Strong free.
Strong get it.
Strong free.
Get it.
Free. Free.
All right.
Yeah. Anyway.
So this book is
not Hydra Cap.
Exactly. It's 701, Captain America 701. Mark Waid is the writer. Artist Leonardo Romero with Adam Hughes and J.G. Jones. Color artist Matthew Wilson with Adam Hughes and Paul Mounts. Letter Joe Caramagna. And so this art is freaking crazy. It starts in the past. It kind of looks like Fraser Irving at first, and it's Cap, and he's fighting this lady that's all like bondage type and stuff. She's got a whip, and she's in an outfit, and there's this dude that has a formula, and he's like, Bucky, go stop him and I'll deal with this lady because she's super powered. Then it jumps into the future, and this is what's crazy, is it looks like Chris Samney's art. And it's this guy, and he's a Rogers, and his son is a Rogers as well. He's Steve, but he's sickly, and the thing is, they say, like, we give the formula now to everybody, but now it's just like a regular vaccine. Now they're not super powered, but it's been watered down, sort of. You know what I mean? And so, but this formula is not working on this guy's son, and they're like, why? What's going on? And these people won't tell him like the specifics. They're like, we're not allowed to have access to the information. He's like, well, I'll talk to the president. And so he goes to talk to the president. Well, the general looks very Hydra-y. He looks very Hydra-ish. And then it's weird because it jumps to this
68.
other story Yeah, to San Francisco, California, 1968, where it's Cap in the past, and he's part of these.
And he's a groupie.
He's
roadie.
He's a roadie for what's his name's for like with a band
like Frank Zappa or something like that.
No. When Rick Jones was singing.
Oh, that's right.
And so he was with this other band, and turns out that they're using music to like Dr. Faustus was using music. Then it jumps back to the present, and so this Rogers is like, he's like, oh yeah, I'm a historian and stuff, and I'm going through all these records, and he goes into this guy's office, and he finds out that this guy has been working with the Kree, so that this serum is actually just so that to turn everyone into Kree
soldiers.
Yeah, and so he's been working with them, and they found him out, and he's on the run, and that's it. So
sounds interesting.
It was weird because I didn't know what this was, and it threw me off, and it's unexpected, and I'm like, it's interesting, but it doesn't. I don't know. It's one of those things where I'm like, if not for the random actual Cap stories, I probably would have been like, this is interesting and it looks great, but
it's not for me.
I'm out. Like, this isn't enough.
This isn't Captain America enough for me.
Right. This is called Captain America. And so this has Captain America in it here and there, and that's what I like the most, and that's what works. And if they can get back to like Captain America, even if this kid, his son, gets the full
Super Soldier formula,
and then he becomes
Captain America of the future,
Steve Rogers, because he looks just like him, and that's his name, and he's part of the lineage, then that'll work for me. But at this point, that's not the case with this other storyline. So
what you get?
I feel like he deserves a strong buy, but no way near a contender.
All right.
What do you think?
I don't know. I didn't read it.
Well, then you don't deserve it.
Yeah, I don't deserve it.
Here's the digital code. F for Fantastic, S for Super, V for Vegeta, I for Icarus, 1, B for Bravo, 9, E for Echo, K for Kill, M for Main, K for Kill.
I picked up Spider-Man 240.
Oh, what? Is that out?
Brian Michael Bendis is the writer. Oscar Bazaldua is the artist. With Lauren Martin is with Matt. What's his name? Matt Mia and Peter Pantazis did the colors. With Sarah Piccielli and Justin Ponzer did the final page art, and Corey Petit is the letterer. We have Miles waking up in the hospital. He's like, oh, hell, what the hell happened? And who knows that I'm Spider-Man now because his parents are all there and he's in a hospital. And it's like, oh, only a few people know. Don't worry about it. And then they review what happened on the helicarrier where Aaron and Miles were shot at, whatnot, and blown off because, that's what was going on with the champions, whatnot, fighting the Hydra people and Sandman and all that good stuff. And, of course, Miles comes back and whoops some tail and whatnot, and Hulk gets the Sandman all taken care of, and then they like, okay, well, you're in the hospital now. He's like, okay, and then Tony Hall helps him fix up and whatnot. He's all healing up, and the champions go visit him in the hospital, and he's like, okay, well, I'm gonna go now, and Peter's hanging outside the window trying to keep tabs on him, whatnot, and the first thing he does when he's released isn't going to talk to Nick Fury. It's going to see his best friend, Genki, in a movie theater. Probably watching Infinity War.
Who sold him out for some action?
I don't know. But this is it. This is the last issue.
That was the last issue of Bendis, I believe.
Bendis is done.
So
I
didn't know that was out. I'll grab it.
I'll give it a strong body contender.
Code away at another time. So here's the thing.
No more Bendis.
I'll talk more about it. But what'd you give it?
Strong body contender.
Strong body contender. Now, I have this book. I didn't read it. Death or Glory #1. It's $4.99 by Rick Remender. I'll do a written review on it because I read some of it, but not all of it. So, and like I said, I also have written review for Mira, and I do have some other codes too to give away. But those are going to be given away on other things. We'll talk about that. I keep on bringing things up that I can't talk about.
So yeah, that's our books for the week. Let's try to go what we got. I mean, we got a lot of good stuff. And that Roadie Gambit was really good. And of course, we have our 2 other books that we didn't do. So what's your runner-up?
Runner-up is, oh man, you're putting me on the spot. You know what? I just love this Roadie Gambit. You made me so sad with that Roadie Gambit. So I'm going to go with Roadie Gambit.
Roadie Gambit's your runner-up?
Yeah.
Roadie Gambit's my runner-up.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's insane.
Who would have known?
Who would have thought?
I didn't know.
This
is the first time we've done this.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I didn't know it was the end, and so I'm really sad. I already gave it away?
You already gave it away.
Oh, I already gave it away.
You already gave it away.
So, but yeah, runner-up.
Yeah. So, my runner-up is Roadie Gambit. So, yeah. So, what is your back in bag of the week, my friend? Since it's you first this time.
You know what? I really want to say Batman because
that was good.
So crazy.
That was good.
And it looks so good, and it's been so good for. It just sticks in my mind. Like Green Lanterns was so great too, but I'm gonna go with Batman.
Okay.
I think 46, right?
But yeah, I believe it's 46.
So good.
So good.
Just like Catwoman's just nuts. Like that's all she says is meow.
She's cat shit crazy.
Yeah. Legitimately, like she's just nuts. And here's the thing, she killed all the Waynes, right? Didn't she kill all the Waynes or something?
Batman killed all the Waynes.
No, Batman shot Catwoman
because she killed the Waynes.
Because she killed the Waynes.
That's right. Okay.
And for whatever reason, Booster's down too.
Yeah.
So he must have gotten. I think he probably got shot by Batman too, because remember he was looking for him.
Yeah.
He got shot by him once already, I think. So.
My back in bag of the week, Avengers #1. Just the intro of this damn thing was just amazing, and wow, I enjoyed the ever-loving crap out of this. Yeah, strong by contender, back in bag of the week, all that good stuff. Here's the digital code. Check it out for yourself and tell me what you think. F for Familia, Z for Zarbon, M for Marcos, C for Charles, H1, K for Kilo, R for Richter, J for Juan, W for Wesker, L for Lima, and F for Frank. Yeah.
I forgot how great this book was, but I'm not changing my grade. Which is Infinity Countdown #3, because we still have that coded giveaway, right?
Oh yeah.
So this would definitely be like my third place right here. But that ending, dude, oh my god. So yes. And because I loved what was the name of that other book? It was like an Avengers something book, wasn't it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, anyways, yeah, here's the digital code for it. F for Familia, Z for Zoran, for Marcos, A for Atomos, 8, J for Juan, M for Marcos, Q for Quintana, 47, X for Javier Xavier. That's what that's for, 8.
All right.
Boom,
all right.
That's it. So, as I was saying, that's it for our books this week. Now, we were supposed to keep one, remember?
For what?
Remember, we're doing the thing on the thing.
Oh, on the thing?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
On Facebook or Twitter or whatever.
Yeah, we'll do that again because, man, this is some good stuff.
There's a lot of stuff
This is some good stuff, man.
So, besides, I'm going to be giving away stuff on all over Facebook and Twitter because I have all these extra books that I
that you got
from other weeks. So, anyways, that's what I was going to say is I'm going to be giving away books because we're making good progress for likes on Facebook. And we're making good progress for follows on Twitter. And we're getting slowly but surely, we're getting more subscribers. So check out our Talk Foodie to Me review, not ours, but Talk Nerdy to Me's Talk Foodie to Me.
Yeah.
For Dion's, the pizza. And well, they cover a lot of stuff. I don't just consider them pizza, but you know.
I do a lot of good stuff.
But yeah, but there's
great.
plenty of other stuff too. And we're going to have another one coming out towards the end of the month or next month, which is going to be for Metucci's. We have a little Mario theme going on for that one. A little Mario Luigi thing going on. I showed you the preview of it, of us screwing around. It's so stupid.
It's great. It's so great.
So, but anyways, so yeah, that's why you should follow us on Facebook. Because once we get to 2,000 likes, I'm throwing a party and we're going to have a huge giveaway for that as well. And anytime we reach a big benchmark, like once we reach 100 subscribers on YouTube, we're going to do that on there. I think we already have over like 1,000 or something. Our numbers are really high for a lot of. Also, we're going to be going to Comic Fest. Me and Slagey are going to be going to Comic Fest. So I want to go as Namor and Aquaman and probably the White Power Ranger because
go Jason.
Go White Power.
Ranger Power.
Ranger Power.
There you go. And then of course, Tonebone is hitting up Sabaku-Con.
Tonebone's supposed to go to Sabaku-Con, so I don't know if he's gonna be doing anything. for us.
If he wants to, he can. We'll give him the tools.
Yeah, we'll give him a camera or whatever, or even if he just wants to give away comics and Japanese snacks, we'll do that. So, and you can bug him for that.
Yeah.
I might have to give him like a Link backpack so he can carry it with him. You know,
Link, he comes to town. He wants to save the Princess Zelda. But you never heard that one?
Be like, here, take this. It's dangerous to go without this
on
the journey. You know, so. But yeah, so there's content, and we might go to Duke City because I don't know if you're off, but I'm off that day. I think I'm off. I'll be off Friday, Saturday at that point. So
I'll be off earlier on Friday,
so we can go. I think because it's June 1st through 3rd. I want to say.
I believe so.
So we might be able to go to that and we're just gonna
goof off because that's
have
what
fun and go, like we said, give comics and do trivia with people. That's the biggest thing is we're gonna, even for Comics Fest, I cannot wait to ask people like, what is Rocket or what is Thanos? I mean, not Thanos, Thor, especially after seeing Infinity War. Like the trivia is going to be great because of
what Infinity is Thor's War. First name? Yeah.
So, but yeah, yeah. And also, I wonder if everyone can name his weapons too.
But Jarnborn, meow meow.
Mjolnir.
Meow meow. Stormbreaker.
Storm. What about Stormcaster?
That's Storms.
That's Storms. Yeah. Wait, was Stormbreaker? He actually did use Stormbreaker for a while, though, did he?
That was I think it was the what they originally called Thunderstrike's weapon, and then it was given to Beta Ray Bill or something like that. I'm not a big Thor mythological person when it comes down to.
But I thought he had it at first, and then he gave it to Beta Ray Bill.
It may be,
or was it just made for Beta Ray Bill?
It may have been just made for Beta Ray Bill because he could pick up Mjolnir.
I thought it was going to be Jarnborn because that's what we've had him.
But I'm not complaining.
And it's actually Eric Masterson.
That's Thunderstrike
in Infinity Gauntlet and Infinity War, I think.
I believe it is.
So
Thunderstrike.
But yeah. That's the other thing. Check out all our stuff on TNTM the show, like the website, because I have my written review for Infinity Gauntlet, which is actually what the movie is based off of. So if you're totally wrecked emotionally, that's a good thing to read, not just the review, but the book. So read the review and read the book, because then you'll go, okay, okay, all right. Because I had actually read most of the book, but not all of it. Mm-hmm. So I knew, but I didn't know the ending. So I was like,
do you have a copy of Thanos Quest?
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay, I got a copy
Thanos Quest. I love it. That's how I fell in love with Thanos. Is like, I want this. That's the thing with me, is like, I want Thanos to win because of the way that he does it, and because he's doing it for love. You know. Now he's not doing that.
Well, shut up.
He's not. No, I'm just saying for the movie, he doesn't do it for love. Is that?
Yes.
How?
Because if you read the graphic novel, you have expectations, and these expectations may or may not come to fruition.
Right, and that's why it's better for me. It was better to watch the movie and then read the book.
I read the books like many years ago. I had the Thanos Quest, the Infinity Gauntlet, the Infinity War, and the Infinity Crusade. Oh yeah, you start poking me. Yeah, I know I got a hole in my shirt.
Yeah,
it's because there's the Jaeger has had a lot of times.
It's got some miles on it.
It's got miles on it.
Yeah,
you can see the discoloration right here. Mm. It's got total miles.
It's bleached.
No, it's not.
Is it sun bleached?
It's sun bleached.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Miles.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, anyways, don't do what this guy does.
Why not?
Except for keeping your eyes hungry for